Hello everyone! This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning Through Pictures series, we're doing What's My Line? This is the second hour of What's My Line. An hour ago, we learned some location words and some occupations. We're going to continue with that, add a few more vocabulary words to the description, and then we're going to try to use that to tell a story. So, let's see how many people we've got out there. We've got Servan. Hello, Servan. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
Hello, Servan. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay, Servan? Turn on your mic so I can hear you, please. What happened? Uh-oh. Okay, well, while we're waiting, I'll do a quick introduction. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn on, tune in, and whatever the last one is, I can't even remember. Open up, that's what it is. So turn off, I said turn on, I meant to say turn off. Turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. Tune in to the new words you're learning when you are speaking so I can correct you and give you feedback. And finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. So let's do a quick equipment check. Everyone, just turn on your microphones and tell me if you can hear me okay.
Okay.
Hello, John.
Hello?
Hello, John. I can hear you.
Hello, hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, John. Can you hear me?
Okay, I cannot hear I cannot hear anyone. So, Savan, can you turn on your microphone?
Yes. Do you understand? Can you hear me?
Is your microphone on? If it is, just write an OK in the chat window so I can see that you are indeed speaking, because I don't hear anything. No, okay? I don't hear you. What about Antonio? Can you turn on your microphone and say hello?
Yes,
okay, wait.
Yes, John. Can you hear me?
Sorry, the volume was muted. I didn't realize because I'm using a different computer. Sorry. Now I can hear you.
So?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone.
It works, no?
Yes. It's
okay.
working.
Okay.
All right. I had to switch computers and I didn't realize the volume was muted, so everything was working fine, but I just had the volume off. My apologies. All right. So, in this hour, we're going to add a few new vocabulary words for occupations. We're going to add some locations of where those occupations may take place. We're going to add some actions that you might do in those occupations. And we'll try to do all of that in the first 20 to 25 minutes. In the second half of the class, I'm going to give you a special way to remember the vocabulary. You're going to tell a story based on the vocabulary words that you've learned. And by telling the story and retelling it, you'll also remember the target words. We're going to give this a shot. So, I know Servan and I know Rafael, but Antonio, I don't know if I know you because I don't recognize the picture.
Yes, John. This is my second class here in Berlin.
Okay. So I haven't had you before as a student, have I?
Yes. I didn't meet with you before.
Okay. Where are you from, Antonio?
I'm from Spain.
Spain's a big country.
Yes.
Where in
Well,
Spain?
I am living in Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain.
Okay, very good. Nice to have you. And Ishmael, welcome back as well. Well, this hour, I hope things are going to work a little better. I know we had a delay in the last class, but I've switched computers, so I think this computer might handle the Hangout a little better. I'm not sure what's going on with the other one, so let's give it a try. First of all, in the last class, we worked on these occupations, okay? Let's see how good your memory is. I know you weren't here, Antonio, okay, but so you're going to make an educated guess. And Rafael, you might not have been watching, so you're going to make an educated guess. Ishmael and Servan were here. So Servan, what's the occupation in picture number 1?
It's he's a diver.
He's a diver. And Ishmael, in number 2?
He's
We only talked about it at the very end of class. It's
Yeah,
not one of our key words.
Bricklayer.
Good. He's a bricklayer or
bricklayer.
mason. Bricklayer or mason. Okay? Raphael, look at number 3. What do you think he does?
I think he is a waiter.
He's not a waiter. No, he's not a waiter. Number 12, that's our waiter. Because he's got a bottle and a glass.
Oh, no, okay.
But number 3, he's got kind of, it looks like a model of a house.
Is it like a house engineer?
He's an
architect?
engineer. He's an
Oh.
engineer in this case, yeah. We'll see an architect later on, but that guy's supposed to be an engineer. Ishmael, I have to ask you about number 4 because that's the word that you learned, the new word. What do you think number 4? What's his job?
He's an orchestra conductor.
Very good. He's a conductor. Antonio, what's your guess about number 5? What do you think he is?
Okay, number 5 can be shooter or something like this. Shooter.
Shouter? Like, shout?
No,
Or
it's
shoe?
shooter.
Not a shooter, but a shoemaker.
Shoemaker. Okay.
Right. And I said there's an old word, a word we used to use, which was cobbler. In the old days, you had a cobbler, and if you look at the old streets in Madrid, you'll see cobblestones in the old streets, like in the old part. I haven't been to Madrid in many years, but I'm pretty sure you can see those in some places. In Portugal and Lisbon, there's cobblestones everywhere. So old streets were made with cobblestones, and they would use, I guess they'd use that while making shoes to help them. They're cobblers or shoemakers. Okay? Let's say a quick hello to Asma. Hello, Asma. How are you?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you for asking.
You are Asma from Algeria, right? Is it Algeria?
Near.
I can't remember now.
To Algeria. From
Tunisia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got it.
All right. It's been a while. So in the last hour, not 1 hour ago, but 2 hours ago, we started to use location words to ask about the pictures for occupation. So we're learning occupation vocabulary, job vocabulary. That's what we're doing right now. And we're just reviewing what we did. Let's say a quick hello also to Stefan, who's joining us right now. Hello, Stefan. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. And
Very
you?
good. I'm all right, I guess. And Stefan, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. So you and Rafael are from Brazil. Where are you from in Brazil, Stefan?
I'm from Ceará, Fortaleza, Ceará.
Fortaleza. Okay, very good. And Rafael, where are you from? I can't remember exactly. Where do you? You're in.
Rio de Janeiro City.
Oh, you're from Rio. Okay, very good. Is the Portuguese different in Fortaleza than it is in Rio?
Yes, a little bit, just because of the accent.
Accent is
Yeah.
different.
Yes, and some vocabulary.
In Rio, people says shh. they speak in shin,
Like
like
Like in Portugal.
escova.
Really? They say they used to have a sh sound? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes, we
it's a
have it.
little.
He's right.
Just
Um,
kidding, about.
well, so right now we're just reviewing some of the occupation words, and we're going to introduce some of the location words from earlier as well. But so far, what we've got is number one, diver. Number two, bricklayer. Number three, we said that was an engineer. He's holding a model in his hand. Number four, we said that was a conductor. Number five, we said was a shoemaker. Raphael, what's number six? Obviously, number six is easy.
Is he a soldier?
He is a soldier. Number six, we have soldier. Servan, what do you think number seven is?
He is a chef.
A chef?
Chef.
A chef with a
chef.
smooth
Sorry.
sh. Right. He's a chef. Again, this is a word we didn't get to until the very end of class. But Ishmael, do you remember what number 8 was?
Yes.
Do you recall?
Surveyor.
Absolutely. Very good. She is a surveyor. Okay. And Antonio, take a look at number 9. Notice what she's wearing on her face. Notice the kind of chart that she has, and tell me, what do you think her job is?
Is a doctor about the eyes, maybe.
An eye doctor. Okay. And what do we call an eye doctor? What's another name for eye doctor?
Optician.
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 Right.
Okay. Optician. Okay.
So I guess if it's really a doctor, it would be ophthalmologist. But optician, because I think optician is someone who can just see your vision and make the right glasses for you. So I guess eye doctor is actually ophthalmologist. But anyway, good enough. Eye doctor, optician, ophthalmologist, one of those. Okay, and Asma, number 10, what's that guy got in his hand? Look at those tools he's got. Do you know what those tools are?
A hammer?
Wait
I
a
don't
second.
know the
Asma?
school, but I know he's, yeah, I think he's a carpenter.
He's a carpenter, absolutely. He's a carpenter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. I think, John, we couldn't hear you again.
Yeah, maybe no.
Darwin, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I think the teacher is gone.
Yes, it's possible, no?
Yes, he has sometimes connection problems.
Yes, all right. Please, how do you spell the name of the the number 10?
Number 10.
Yes.
Carpenter, maybe.
Yes. And how you do spell it? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, What are we doing?
We are waiting for teacher.
We can.
What do you want to do, sir?
We can't see the picture either.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Carpenter. Yes. When you work on the roof. No?
Carpenter, woodworker.
Woodworker, okay.
Who makes tables, furniture from wood?
Ah, okay. Ah, it's different of
Yeah,
what
yes.
okay. Okay, thank you.
I like your picture, Asma.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. What's hitting?
Where is it?
Where is here, Asma?
Yeah, I'm here, but the picture is not my country. It's from Austria.
Austria. Ah, okay. Okay.
Maybe it's like Iceland in small region that called the Sea.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Did you
I.
take it?
And no, it's from the internet. But in my next vacation, I will go to Austria. I will travel to Austria to see in reality this picture, this view.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's nice.
Yeah, yeah, very nice.
Okay. Here is our
Hello.
teacher.
Oh, welcome, John.
Oh, hi.
I'm French. I come from Montpellier in the south of France.
Okay.
So
John,
we can say to you bonjour.
we can
Yes,
see you,
bonjour.
John.
Of course.
Bonjour.
Of course. And
One
it's
second,
comment?
I just have to.
I'm sorry.
Comment vas-tu?
I have to download the Verbling app. I don't know. My computer's shut off. I don't know why. Give me just a second to get everything back on screen. Hold on. Okay. So, okay. Can you see the presentation now?
Yes.
Yes, yes, we
Okay.
can see.
All right. I think everything's back to normal. Hopefully the computer will not shut off again. I don't know what happened. Okay, just 1 second here. Let me just open the right presentation. Hold on. There we go. All right. I think the computer overheated. I don't know what's going on. So, whoop, don't want to be there. Wait, hold on. One. Okay, one more. I can't get to the right page. There we go. All right. So, diver, bricklayer, engineer, conductor, shoemaker, soldier, chef, surveyor, optician, carpenter, and number 11. Who wants it? She's looking through a microscope. What is she?
She is a scientist.
She's a scientist.
Scientist.
Scientist. Scientist. Repeat. Scientist.
Scientist.
That's it. Number 12. Oh, I know all about that job. I've done that many times. Who wants it?
Waiter.
Waiter. Okay, that is our review. listen to the location words that I use. You're going to use these in just a minute too. Listen to the location words. Listen to the prepositions that I use when I talk about location. Asma, what's the job? Sorry, what does the person do? In the top row, sorry, I'm going to say it this way. What does the person do? In the middle left of the top row. What does the person do in the middle left of the top row?
He is an engineer.
Good. I want you just to repeat the location words. The person in the middle left of the top row is an engineer. Repeat.
Okay. The person who is in the middle left of the top of row is an engineer.
Very good. Just one change. Get rid of who. You don't need to say who is. It's not necessary in English. So you say the person in the middle left, not the person who is in the middle left. The person in the middle left. Clear?
Okay.
So as a reduction, to make the sentence go faster, in English we almost always take out those relative pronouns, who, when, what, where. We take them out whenever we can. So the person in the middle left is an engineer. And what about the person, listen to the preposition here, Raphael, listen carefully. What about the person to his right, Raphael? What's the job of the person to, what does the person do to his right? What do you think, Raphael?
I confess that I'm kind of lost. The person
Well,
to
which
his
number?
right.
Exactly. Which number is the person to his right? To the right of the engineer. What number is that?
To his to the right of the engineer. To
Yeah.
his right. Sorry, but I forgot the name.
Which number is that, Raphael?
Number 4.
Exactly, number 4. So what does the person do to the engineer's right? What does the person do to his right?
This person controls how the orchestra plays.
The person controls how the orchestra plays, or the person conducts an orchestra. The person conducts. So he is a conductor. He is a conductor. C-O-N-D-U-C-T-O-R. He is a conductor. So, Raphael, I want you to use this structure now. You're going to say, I said, what does the person do? You're going to say, the person. Then I said, to his right, his being the engineer, to his right. What does the person do to his right? You're going to say, the person to his right is what? Say the whole sentence. The person to his right is?
The person to his right is a conductor.
Absolutely. The person to his right is a conductor. And let's see who we've got here. Dom, you're back.
Okay.
What about the person? What about the person underneath him? Him, it refers to the conductor. What about the person underneath him?
Underneath the person underneath of the conductor.
Underneath him.
Underneath him is carpenter.
Is a carpenter.
Is a carpenter.
Good. So the whole sentence is like this. The person underneath him is a carpenter. Repeat. The person
underneath him
is a carpenter. That's it. And if you want to replace him with conductor, of course you can. The person underneath the conductor or the person underneath him. Okay? What about the person in the bottom row on the far left? Antonio, what about the person in the bottom row on the far left? Antonio. The bottom row on the far left. In the far left. What number am I referring to?
Okay, I think that it's 7.
7 is correct. So listen to the question. What does the person do in the bottom row on the far left? You have to repeat the location words in the bottom row on the far left. So the person in the bottom row.
The person in the bottom row
On the
On the
far
far left
is
is a chef.
a chef. Repeat, chef.
Chef.
That's it. Fantastic. And the person to his right, Asma? The person to his right?
The person who is right. The
No, who
chef.
is? No, who is? Get rid of who. No, who.
Okay.
The person.
The person in right. The chef.
The person to. Listen. Make it simple. Make it easy on yourself. The person to his right.
Okay. The person to his right is surveyor.
Surveyor is correct. Very good. The person to his right is a surveyor. Listen to the next preposition. It's a little different than you may expect. What is the second to last person? No, I'm going to say it differently. What does the second to last person do in the bottom row? And I'm going to ask that to Ishmael. Ishmael, what does the second to last person do in the bottom row? The second to last. Second to last.
The second to last person in the bottom row
Is
a science woman?
Scientist.
Is a scientist.
Fantastic. And you said it perfectly. The second to last person in the bottom row is a scientist. I say that because in other languages, like Portuguese, you'd say penultimo or penultima, and we don't really say penultimate in English. We say second to last, or we say one before. What about the one before last? Sorry, go ahead,
Sorry.
Don.
No, in Italian too, it sounds like penultimo.
Penultimo.
Yeah.
So in English, we translate that as second to last or one before. Second to
Yes.
last or one before.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it the same like second to last, third to last, fourth to last?
Unfortunately, we really, beyond two, we really don't say it anymore. So
Okay.
it makes sense. You could say it, but it's not like a normal expression to say third to last. I mean, you can say it, it's not wrong. But what I mean is, in Latin languages, you have this word penultimate, which we have, but we don't use. So I'm just showing you how to say it, so that, because some native speakers won't know what that means. They've never heard of it. even though it's real English, it doesn't mean that they know the Latin terms. So, okay, we have reviewed the occupations from before. We've reviewed some of the good prepositions and location adverbs as well. Now, you're going to ask questions using those adverbs and location words on two new sets of occupations. Servan, you're going to start us off. Pick any number you like, describe the position, and then use location words.
Okay.
Who are you going to be asking?
Oh, I
Pick someone.
A question? No.
Yep.
Okay.
But call out the person's name who you're asking. We're gonna be very specific. So who are you talking to? Who are you asking?
I would like to talk about the persons in the forest left.
Good. Far left of the
yes.
top or bottom row? Far
In
left.
in the top row. Yeah, the painter.
Okay. You're not supposed to say what the job
Yes,
is.
I know. It's all right. Yes. So, what does a person do in the forest left on the top of row?
Okay. Hang on a second, because the prepositions need a little work. First, in the far left, or actually, you know what? It's better to say at the far left. Repeat. At the far left.
At the far left.
In the top row.
At the far left. In the top row.
Very good. So the whole question is, what does the person do, or what job does the person have? You can ask it in more than one way. Let's say, what does the person do at the far left in the top row, Ishmael?
The person at the far left in the top row is a painter,
And more generally, an artist.
an
Right?
artist.
More generally, it's true that she is a painter. But, Ishmael, what does the person do in the center left of the bottom row? What does the person do in the center left of the bottom row?
The person in the center of the bottom row,
Center left of the bottom row
the person in the center left of the bottom row is a clown.
The center left of the bottom row is not a clown. Number 21, absolutely not a clown. Bottom row.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
What does she do?
The person on the left in the bottom row is a painter.
Yeah. So number 13 and number 21, they're both painters,
Yes.
but 13's an artist and 21 is a professional painter, like like a house painter or an industrial painter, right? So that's why we have to be more clear when we say painter what we mean. Okay, but very good. Ishmael, you're asking now to Raphael.
Raphael, what is the person on the bottom row at the middle left?
Middle left, okay?
Okay. The person on the bottom row in the middle left is I'm not sure, a sewer?
In the middle left, are we talking about number 21, Ishmael?
Middle.
We're talking about
middle.
number 21, right, Ishmael? Isn't it?
Is
Middle
it
left.
okay?
Middle left, yes.
He was tricking you, Raphael.
Okay, okay. Yes, it is the same. He's a painter.
Yeah, probably, I think it's a she, but yeah, it's a painter for sure.
Yes.
Fantastic. Raphael, remember all of those different prepositions we use. Try to use a different position now. So we've used on the top, on the bottom, or in the top row, in the bottom row, at the far left, at the far right, to his left, to his right, above, below. You've got all those choices. I want you to pick another position, and you'll be asking to Asma. Okay, Raphael?
Okay, Asma, what does the person do on the bottom line?
Bottom row.
Yes, on the bottom row. On the far right.
On the far right. Very good.
The person is at the bottom row on the far right is a gardener.
He's a gardener. I think so. Let me see what my official answers were. In order to, I have to cheat for a second. Hold on. Oh no, I can't. I can't cheat right now because I have to open another PDF. I think you're right, gardener. I guess it could be farmer as well. I have an official list of answers because in my flashcards, I tried just to go with one picture for one profession per picture. But I'd accept gardener, absolutely. He's got a hoe in his hand and he's got a watering can, so it's probably a gardener. If he was a farmer, he might have a different kind of tool. Maybe the hoe is a little too small for a farm. Maybe he'd have a plow, like a big plow or something. So yeah, let's go with gardener. Asma, you're going to be asking to Antonio.
Okay. Antonio, what is the person?
What is the person, or what does the person do?
What is person?
What is the person, or what does the person do? We're talking about jobs, so what does the person do?
Okay. What
Better.
does the person do?
Uh-huh.
Okay. On the top.
On the top row,
On the top row.
right?
I can say like this. Above the gardener.
So on the top row, right? You said on the top? Yeah?
On the top row.
And you said above the gardener, am I right?
On the top row, but in the right or okay, on the top row, above the gardener.
Above the gardener. Or you could just say, hey, what does the person do above the gardener? Keep it simple. Get rid of on the top row. What does the person do above the gardener, Antonio?
The person is about the gardener is a fireman.
Right. The person above, repeat, above.
The person above the gardener is a fireman.
For sure. You got it. And your question is going to be too dumb, Antonio.
Okay. Sorry. My question, okay?
Yes. Okay.
What do the person? What does the person do at the top road?
So in the top row.
In the top road, far left.
At the
far left.
Okay, good. I'm going to ask a slightly different question, Antonio. Your question's fine, but I want to look at a different occupation instead of one that we did. So I'm just going to change one thing, Antonio. I'm going to say, what does the person do in the top row, but second to last at the far left? Second to last from the far left.
Okay.
Okay.
What does? Sorry. Mm-hmm.
No. Keep going. It's okay.
Continue, Antonio. What does the person do?
Okay, one moment. I have a problem.
What's wrong? Can you see the pictures?
Yes, I have a little problem with my computer, and I lost the picture. Okay, it's all right. What does the person do at the top of a row?
In the top row?
In the top
There's no of.
row?
Exactly. There's no of. It's in the top row. No of.
In the top row.
Row is R-O-W. R-O-W. Row.
Okay, row. At second to last.
Okay. Absolutely. At the second to last position. At the second to last. Good.
Okay. The person in the top row and the second to last, the top row on the left and the second to last is, I think it's like a tailor. I don't know.
I think so too. I think it's a tailor.
Tailor.
Because it looks like he's cutting the thread, so it seems like a tailor. I agree.
Yes.
So the person in the top row at the second to last place is a good way to say it. Because if you say at, it means it's a specific point. So we might want to add the word place because if you just say at the second to last, we're missing something. And position is too big, so let's say place. At the second to last place is a
Okay.
tailor.
Okay, the person at the second to last
Place.
place, it's a tailor, and it's cutting a wire.
Oh, not a wire, but a thread. A thread.
Thread, yes.
By the way, just be careful with is and its. In this case, it's not its. It's the word is, because you would
Yes,
say
it's a
at the second to last place, the person blah 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 is a tailor, not the person blah blah blah. It's a tailor. No, 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 is a tailor, because it and the person mean the same thing. So you can't use both in the same sentence. It's got to be one or the other. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so you've had a little bit of practice with question forms. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit so we can get through all the occupations in the next minute or two. I think that you'll know most of these, but I'll ask the questions just to get through because I got another row of these. Then I've got some other vocabulary. I don't think we're going to have time to get to the story yet, but maybe we can schedule another class later today. We'll see. So let me ask the questions. You answer by repeating the location words, guessing the vocabulary. What does the person do, Ishmael, in the middle right of the top row? What does the person do in the middle right of the top row, Ishmael?
He's a dentist, I think.
He is a dentist. And to his left, Asma. To his left? Asma.
Yeah, the person in the left of the dentist. To the left.
Yeah, good. To the left of the dentist.
To the left of the dentist is a clown.
Absolutely. A clown, a circus clown. And yes.
I have a question. I don't know how I can use second list. Can you please more explain to me? Because I didn't attend your last class.
Okay, what was the question though? How to use what? How to use?
Second list.
Okay, so look. In the chat window, you can see this word, penultimate. 1 second, I'll paste it for you. I'm doing this in the group chat inside of the Hangout. Penultimate is a word that Latin languages have, but English doesn't use. So we say second to last, or we say the one before. Let me give you an example. What does the second to last person in the top row do? What does the second to last person in the top row do? So I'm referring to number 17, Asma, right? What does the second to last person in the top row do? Can you repeat that back to me and tell me the answer?
Okay. The person.
The second to last person.
The second to last person
in the top.
On the top.
In the top.
In the top of row, a cashier.
Is a cashier. Is a cashier.
Is a cashier. Yeah.
Okay, so the whole sentence sounds like this. Repeat after me. The second to last person in the top row is a cashier. Repeat, Asma.
Okay. The person.
The second to last person.
In the second to last person in the top of row.
No. I want you to listen and read. I'm gonna write this in the group chat. The second to last person. This is the first part in the chat window. The second last person in the top row. That's the second part. Is a, and then you say whatever the answer is. In this case, it's a cashier. So I'm going to put it like that. Okay.
Okay. The second to last person in the top row is A cashier.
Absolutely, very good. Because you are adding some prepositions that you don't need. That's why,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I think we've covered almost all of them. I'm missing. Okay, number 23. What's the second to last person in the bottom row do? Sirvan, what do you think? What does the second to last person in the bottom row do?
The second to last person in the bottom row is, I think, an architect. I think.
An architect.
Architect.
Absolutely. So the engineer had the model with a bunch of sticks, but the architect has the complete model of the house. I agree. I agree completely with that. And there's one more thing I'm going to do over here. Sorry, Raphael, did you? I have a message. Is that from you? Maybe that's an old message. Okay, never mind. I sometimes can't see the chat window at the right moment. So, did we cover everything? What about the person to his? No, sorry. What about the person to her left, Ishmael? What about the guy to her left in the bottom row, Ishmael?
The person to her left is a
What do you think?
Sealer?
Are you saying sailor, like on the ocean?
Not people who made jacket and pantaloon for men.
Okay, that would be a tailor.
Tailor.
That would be a tailor, but we had a tailor earlier. So I think the problem is this. I think we switched 14 and 22. So Ishmael, I agree with you. I think 22 is a tailor, and I think that if we look at number 14 a little closer, we see that I think I made a mistake because I said that's thread at number 14. But if I look at it closer, that's probably too big to be thread. So I think I made a mistake. So I think, Ishmael, I think you're right. I think 14 is I think that's a light bulb and a wire in his hand. And earlier I thought it was a thread. So I think you're right. 22 is a tailor. And number 14 if he's what does he do?
Electrician?
I didn't hear you, sorry. If he's got a wire and a light bulb, what do you think he does?
He's an electrician, maybe?
He's got to be an electrician. So that was my fault. I screwed it up. I mixed them up. And what about the second to last person from the left in the bottom row, Dom? What about the second to last person from the left in the bottom row, Dom?
I think the second of the last person in the bottom row, it was...
It is. Not it. Get rid of it. No,
it's a mechanic. No?
Absolutely. The guy who fixes your car. Absolutely. Yes. Very good. Let's see if we can include some new people here because we've got Nader joining us and we've got Obeid. So, Nader, what do you think the person's job is at the far left of the bottom row? What do you think his job is at the far left of the bottom row? What do you think, Nader? Uh-oh, I don't hear Nader. Does anyone hear him?
No.
Does anyone hear?
No.
Oh, okay. Adair, when you get your microphone on, just say hello, okay, and we'll include you. Obeid, let me ask you that question. What do you think the person does at the far left of the bottom row? The guy with the funny mask at the far left at the bottom row. What do you think his job is?
Which one, teacher? 1, 2, 3, 4?
The bottom row.
Which number, teacher?
Oh, I can't. That's cheating. I can't tell you the number. Tell me something. What do you see at the far left of the bottom row? What do you see? Obey it. What do you
You
see?
mean what? Again, please.
Describe the person at the far left of the bottom row. Describe him. No?
Portugal.
What do you think, Obey it? What kind of shirt is he wearing? What kind of shirt? What color?
A green.
Green? Uh-oh, we must be looking at different pictures. Uh-oh. Class, what color shirt does the man have at the far left of the bottom row? What color shirt, class?
Blue.
It's blue.
Ah,
Yeah,
blue. Yes,
blue,
yes.
light blue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what does he have on his face, class? What does he have on his face?
He has a mask.
He's wearing
He has
a mask.
a mask. Absolutely. Obey it. Do you see where we are now? Do you see where we are? Do you see the man with the mask? What number is the man with the mask, Obey it? What number?
50.
Looks like 19 to me. I think it's 19. 19. So 19 is at the far left of the bottom row. What do you think his occupation is, Obey it? If you had to guess. The mechanic is to his right. What do you think his job is, Obey it? Give up?
No, teacher. I have confused this about these pictures. Maybe you see another picture. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm on 19. I'm on
19.
19.
Where is it?
Yeah.
19. 19. I didn't see. Where is it? The
It's on the
first
screen.
one. The
In
first
front of you
one.
on the screen. Do you see it on the screen right now?
Yeah, first one in the left underline.
On the bottom row. The bottom. Yeah, the bottom. The bottom left. Bottom left.
Yeah, he digging the wall. Maybe.
The bottom left. Not the bottom right. The bottom left. Uh-oh. Maybe we're looking at different pictures.
Maybe.
Wait a second. Maybe we're looking at different pictures. Class.
I think it's looking at the first picture of the
Maybe.
row.
Okay, so Dom, what does that guy do at the bottom left of the bottom left? Number 19.
Is a thief
He's a thief.
or
He's a
or
thief. Or a
I don't know if it's robber. No, robber.
robber.
No.
Robber's better because he's got a gun, so he's a robber. A thief may not have a gun, but a robber probably has a gun. I agree completely. So I think we got them all, but we're not done yet because look at these. Got one last row for you here. One last row for you. Let's see if we can go around the room one more time. The second to last person on the right, Servan. The second to last person on the right.
The second to last person on the right is a doctor.
Is a doctor because she's got what in her ears? What is that thing? Do you know?
Really, in English, no.
I don't know if it's correct.
Stethoscope is correct. It's a stethoscope. That's
Small,
right.
maybe a small machine to listen to heart.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. The stethoscope listens to your heart. The stethoscope. So that's our doctor. That's it. That's it.
No, it's like Latin sound. Stethoscope.
It is. Yes, we use Latin words in medicine all the time. So that's one place where the languages should be the same. And Raphael, what about to her left? Raphael, what about to her left?
The person to her left
Is cabeleireiro.
What?
Cabeleireiro.
In Portuguese, but in English, a hair fashionist or a barber.
Barber. We'll go with barber. Here's how you know it's a barber. because barbers are all bald. That's why you don't give money to a barber, because anyone who doesn't have hair should not be touching your hair. That's my theory. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. And every time you
Barbara,
go to the barber shop, they're always old bald men. Stay away. Stay away.
You see, I don't have hair, so it's not a problem.
You've got hair. What are you talking about? You've got short hair, but you've got hair. You've got a crew cut.
Yeah, but I do it myself.
Yeah, because you're practical.
this is Barbara for man. What's about
Barber for
women?
man, and for women, women are smart. They don't go to a barber. They go to a hairdresser.
Hair.
Hairdresser.
Mhm.
You can say a lot of things here. You can say stylist. You can say hairdresser. What was the word that I used before when we did this?
Beauty salon, for example.
Maybe
Salon.
Pearl?
Beauty
hairstyler.
salon.
Asma,
Barkeeper.
what were you saying? Asma? Couldn't hear you.
Beauty salon.
That's the place, yeah. That's the place, the salon. But what's the person? The person, him or herself, is probably a stylist or hairdresser, I guess. Right? What about the person? What about the person 2 spaces to the right? What about the what's your name? Help, Antonio. There you go, Antonio.
Yes.
What about the person 2 places to the right of the barber? What about the person 2 places to the right?
The person to 2 places for the barber is a cleaner man, maybe.
Another word for cleaner. Another word. Begins with a J.
What? About J. J. I don't
J,
know.
J like John. Class, help him out. Another word for cleaner. A cleaner who. Say again.
Janitor.
Janitor is correct. Very good. Janitor. Janitor. Janitor is correct for number 30. Very good.
Please
Sorry.
Could
write,
you write it?
writing the word, please.
All these words are written on page 6 and 7 of your notes document. So you can check your answers afterwards. Just go to the notes which is in the class material, and you open that up or download it. Here's the link again, and you'll see all the answers from the last 2 classes there for you. Okay? And that's the easiest way. That way you'll always have a copy with you. And Obeid, what does the person in the center left do? Obeid. The person in the center left of the row.
The women, maybe cashier
Yeah.
or cashier.
Okay, so she's a woman, and what does she do?
Uh,
What do you,
Cashier, maybe supermarket or typing some.
oh, no, that's
girl. Well,
she's definitely typing. Yeah, she's definitely typing. So if she is typing, her job is to be a
secretary.
well, yeah, or a typist. A person who types is a typist. 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 We don't say secretary anymore. It's an old word. And we don't say it so much because it sounds a little bit sexist. What we say is, if the person is at the door, they are a receptionist, which is male or female, receptionist. If the person is typing, they are a typist, could be male or female, right?
Okay.
And secretary is more for governments, like the Secretary of State. And Dom, what about the person to her left? Dom, what about the person to her left?
The person to her left, I think, is Plumber.
You think he's a plumber, and you're right, because he's carrying what in his hand, Dom? Do you know what that is?
It's carrying a tube, some like tube or plum, and it's carrying I don't know the name of this kind of key. It's
Not a key. That's Italian. In English, we call it a
yes.
tool. Not a key,
Tool.
but a tool. What kind of tool, class? What kind of tool does the plumber have? Help me out, class. What kind of tool does the plumber carry? Ishmael, Servan, Raphael, help me out. What kind of tool is he carrying in his hand?
I have no idea.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Python wrench.
He's carrying a wrench.
Wrench. Yes.
Absolutely. WRNCH, wrench. He's carrying a pipe, not a tube, but a pipe.
Pipe. Yes.
Carrying a pipe and he's carrying a wrench. Let me see. What do we got here? And Servan, what about the you've got the boulangerie.
Boulangerie.
What's the person who works in the boulangerie? The boulanger?
He is a baker.
Baker. So on the far left, you've got a baker holding your baguette with his funny little baker hat, and those are a lot of occupations actually. If you think about it, we're not done yet. We're a little over time, but let's see if we can get through all the pictures that I have for you. You got to tell me where these occupations take place. What kind of establishment, what kind of place, what kind of venue they take place in. So, Antonio, number 32 is where the artist works. Where do you think the artist works, Antonio?
I don't know. Maybe a paint. No, an artistic shop or artistic.
Artistic shop. That would be good if she sold something, but artists don't often sell things.
Yes.
So not artistic shop. Who wants to help him out? Where does the artist work to produce painting?
Me, John Eric. Art galleries, museums.
Yeah, but that's all about selling things.
Laboratory, no.
A laboratory? Really?
A studio, no?
Studio, yes.
Studio, yes.
Okay.
If they're going to sell the painting, sure, art gallery. But where they're going to work, probably a studio. So I think 32 is it's probably a studio because you see the paintbrush. It's not the painting, but it's the paintbrush. Okay? And Raphael, we've got padaria, number 33. What's a padaria?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Well, think about the action. What is the action that goes on in the
no,
padaria?
I know that bakery. Bakery.
Bakery is correct.
From my mind.
There you go. They bake bread in a bakery, number 33. Number 34 is too obvious to even mention. Obeid, tell me, what's the symbol in the window of 34? What do you see in the window of 34? That's a tougher question. Look at 34 and tell me what the image is in the window. Can you see that? It's a little bit small. Can you see it? Try to make it a little bit bigger for you. I don't hear Obeid. Okay, so I don't hear Obeid. But, well, maybe Asma. Can you tell me, what do you see in the window of 34? Can you see that symbol? What is that?
A spoon?
Not a well, I think it's not a spoon, but you've got two more chances.
Utensils, I don't know.
Oh, good word. Utensils is correct. And what do we call them specifically?
Okay. A knife? No?
A knife is correct, and not a spoon, but the other thing. What's the other thing, everyone?
Fork.
Fork. So, Asma, what do you think is the type of place where a waiter works?
Restaurant.
It's got to be a restaurant. That's too easy. Much too easy. Look at this one. 35. 35. Well, what do you think? Dom? 35. It's got a big cross on it. So what is that?
I think it's maybe hospital.
Could be a hospital, sure.
Or maybe doctor, place where doctor works.
Doctor's office.
Office, doctor office, yes.
There you go.
Doctor office.
That's it.
And yes, in Italian we use study. And
Study. But study
is
for
the meaning of.
Study for us is like it's like your living room is like a study, because or
Yes,
like the library, right? But I agree with.
Yes.
أي موقع يا أخي؟
Was there a question? I'm sorry, I thought someone was asking.
نعم. General يعني.
No.
Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
Emergency center.
نعم.
Emergency center. Well, emergency room.
هذا ممكن.
Obaid, I've got to mute you, Obaid, because we don't want to hear your phone call. I'm sorry.
We can, sorry, John. We can see also. We can tell also. For example, drugger shop.
What kind of shop? I'm sorry.
Pharmacy is like a drugger shop.
Drug
Pharmacy.
shop. Drugstore. Drugstore.
Drugstore.
That's right.
Or
And
pharmacy.
the difference is that a drugstore does not sell prescription drugs. A drugstore sells over-the-counter drugs. You buy aspirin at a drugstore. You buy everything else, you know, your serious medication. You buy insulin at a pharmacy. Okay?
Mm.
And remember, pharmacy is called chemist in British English. In American English, pharmacy. In British English, chemist.
Chemist.
That's right. So we've got a studio, we've got a bakery, we've got a restaurant, we've got a doctor's office, or a hospital, or a pharmacy,
Clinic.
or a clinic, or a drugstore. It's probably not a drugstore because I don't think it would have the cross on it. But those are all good vocabulary words. And, geez, who's next? Ishmael, what about number 36?
Number 36.
Yeah.
It is a music hall.
Fantastic. Music hall, because that's where concerts are performed. A music hall, H-A-L-L. It could be a music store if they're selling the piano, but if they're not selling it, it's a music hall. I agree. And Servan, look at all those crazy things in 37. Look at those crazy things in the window. What are those things?
And 37, I can see something, things for scientists. Scientists.
Scientific tools. And so what do you think the 37 is? What kind of a place? Where you
place for chemists, a laboratory for chemists.
A laboratory for chemists.
Chemists, yes.
A laboratory, absolutely. And you can see a microscope. Microscope. What else?
Hello?
Hello?
I'm sorry. I can hear me.
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah.
I can hear you. So, Servan, besides the microscope, do you know what we call those other things?
Experimental tube, cup.
Not a cup. We say.
Experimental.
We say the tube is correct. We'll say a test tube. Test tube.
Experimental glass.
Not a glass. But that we say test tube is one, and the other one is a cylinder. Probably it's a cylinder. Cylinder. Let me see if I can spell it for you correctly in the chat window. 1 second. There you go. So you can see cylinder, and the other one is test tube. Don't you remember the Beatles song, Maxwell Silver Hammer? Late night all alone with a test tube. Oh, 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 oh. Test tube. Got it?
Test tube.
Test tube. Okay, our last two pictures. Number 38. Who wants it? Who wants 38? Asma, do you want 38?
Okay. Is barber shop.
Barber shop. What's an
Mhm.
alternative to barber shop?
What's
Especially if
that?
it's for, say again?
It's for men.
For men. And if it was for a woman, what might we say?
Beauty salon, for example.
Beauty salon. And also hairdressers. Hairdressers is kind of for men or women. Hairdressers, like this in the chat window. Okay? And
Okay.
Dom, you get our very last one, number 39, our very last one. What do you think, Dom? Are you with me, Dom? Did Dom disappear?
Sorry.
Ah, there he is.
I
Our
think
last one,
it's
39.
I think it's garage, maybe.
In
No.
British English, garage. In American English, garage.
Garage, like French sound.
Right. So that's only in American English,
And
garage.
Okay, also in Italian, garage. Yes.
Garage. Okay. So there we go. Don't forget, all of this vocabulary is or will be very soon in your Learning Through Pictures shared Google Doc. I will make sure I paste the rest of it in there for you to practice with. Okay. And what else do I want to say? Well, we're way over time, so we've got to stop. Okay, I hope this was helpful, practicing location words, difficult prepositions, and vocabulary for occupations, for the place where they take place. And we're going to have to stop now, but the next trick is to take all this vocabulary and turn it into a story in a form that you can remember. So we'll have to do that in the next class, whenever that's going to be. Have a great weekend. See you soon, everyone. Bye for now.
Okay.
See you next
Bye,
time.
teacher. See you next time. Bye bye.